Okay, so why confidence, not certifications, grows your business? So I want to just be the first to tell you, you don't need another course. You need to trust what you already know. So my name is Bryce, and when I get started, it was very, very challenging for me to grow my business, not from the standpoint of not knowing what to do or how to do it, but more of kind of being able to feel confident in my abilities to grow a business, right? It was the first successful business I had really ran, so I just didn't really have that confidence level. And I thought that, in order for me to make good money as a bookkeeping business owner or accounting business owner, was to have either like the CPA or to have like a bunch of like letters behind my name or to have 50,000 years of experience. And I didn't have any of those things. So this is what I had to kind of learn in order to like grow my business. Now, also, anytime if you ever want some help growing your business and you just want someone to guide you step by step along the way in your journey towards your successful place, go ahead and click the link inside the description, either above or below the video. It's a book called myself. Let's see if I can help you inside of our mentorship program. So, one new trap that bookkeepers fall into is that they constantly sign up for new trainings. Now, keep in mind, when I say trainings, I'm talking about to like grow your skill set. So, like, there's always a million like different things online, like how to learn how to do a cleanup, how to go and do QuickBooks, how to learn how to do QuickBooks Advanced, how to go learn Zero, how to go learn Sage. Maybe this very obscure element of bookkeeping, or just random things. There's always a new thing you can learn when it comes to the skill of accounting and bookkeeping, right? And a lot of the times they kind of dangle a certification in front of you where it's like there was like this one program. It was like if you complete this program you get some kind of bookkeeping certification. It's like, okay, that's cool and all, but it's not really going to help you unlock success. And a lot of people, even further so, they will actually wait until they feel like they're totally ready to start marketing themselves, which again is a really kind of it's a pretty big mistake for most people. Now, why certifications do not guarantee clients? Number one, clients don't really care about your certificates, only your ability to help. Right, especially for a service like bookkeeping. If it's like something like where it's legally required to have like a CPA or an enrolled agent license or a CMA, it's a little bit different. But if it's just like bookkeeping, it's not really going to deter someone from looking to receive help from you. Next thing is like most clients don't even know what half the letters mean. They don't know the difference between a CPA, a CMA, an EA, a bookkeeper, a certified bookkeeper, a chartered accountant, which it would be technically a chartered accountant, a CA, right? They don't know what the difference is. Most people don't, right? And the other thing is that being technically great. So when I say technical, like knowing all different software, knowing every single short key or short button or short code you can use on an accounting software doesn't really mean that much if you are never seen by clients or you can never explain why what you do is actually important. So, what confidence really means in business is believing in your ability to figure things out and showing up even when you're unsure and making decisions instead of hesitating. So, most people, I don't know if it's throughout life or just what, but the ability to say, okay, I don't know something, and that's okay because as long as I have enough time and I can research using the power of the internet, Google, or ChatGPT, right? I can figure this stuff out. You have to kind of get that. That's what being business is all about. Every step of the way, you have to be knowing if you don't know the answer, where can you go and turn to get answers? The more often you can do that, the more money you're gonna make, just short term, long term, midterm, forever. That's one key secret to my success. Next thing is show up when you're unsure. I know a lot of people where it's like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna do this. I don't know if I want to do this. I don't know if I can, and they just don't even show up. And it's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Let other people tell you no. Don't tell yourself no. Okay. So I'd rather go in there. I'd rather try as hard as I can and then get a rejection, right? Because either it didn't work out or just whatever, right? Than not even showing up and not even giving myself the chance to make it work. And remember, you're going to luck your way into more sales calls than anything else. That means like a person just happens to like you and they just want to go with you no matter what you say. Next thing is learning how to start making decisions instead of hesitating. So many people, when they get scared, they stop and they freeze, right? People talk about fight or flight, right? But the one that actually gets people is there's a third one. Flight, it's fight, flight, or freeze. freeze, they hesitate, they don't move forward. And then they, kind of wonder why life hasn't really gone the way that they would hope it would. It's because even if you make the wrong decision in life, it's better to make the wrong decision faster and know it was the wrong decision than kind of live in this world of like, what if, what if, what if? And somebody might be saying, well, Bryce, like if I make a mistake, I can't recover from it. Okay, of course. You have to develop the skill set of learning like what is a mistake that is recoverable versus what is a mistake that is debilitating, right? So like let's say for example, spending money to grow your business, like let's say like on an advertising campaign that as long as it's like a reasonable amount, like don't go spend like $100,000 on an ad campaign you've never ran ads before. You don't have 100,000. That could be debilitating. But if it's just like let's go spend $300 or $500 to go see if I can get a client from an ad campaign, even if you don't get a client, it's not going to take you that long to rebuild your savings. Same thing, probably anywhere up to about $10,000 you can recover from. Now, if you're living paycheck to paycheck that's a little different. You might want to see if you can get a better job first. So you can kind of create some separation for your bills because you just don't really have the ability to take as many risks, right? But the more savings you have, the more that you can do it. And like, here's the other thing too. If you don't have a lot of money and you're thinking about either buying, like, let's say, like a coaching program or a marketing thing, do all of your research before you actually like think about it. Like, a lot of people like what they'll try and do is like I used to have this a lot, I don't really have it as much anymore. They would come to our mentorship call as like a way for me to kind of like encourage them into buying. And like that's the wrong process. Like you need to do as much research you possibly can before hopping on a call with me. And when I say like enough research, like just make sure it's safe. You know what I mean? Like the less money you have, the more safety you need. If you have, let's say you have like a spare 300K in the bank. I know that sounds crazy, like a spare 300K in the bank, but like if you're like in your late 50s, right, and you're in business and you have a good amount of money saved up, you don't necessarily have to be as careful as someone who's, let's say you're maybe like 45, you've been living paycheck to paycheck for the last like 7 years. Your job doesn't really pay you that much. Like I would probably be like, just do your research. Just look. But don't like get on a call with someone, expect they're gonna like, objection handle and motivate you to kind of get there. Because that's when you kind of get into the wrong things, right? Unfortunately for me, I don't really do a lot of objection handling these days. It's more of like it's a yes or no, and then it's like goodbye. Thanks for watching the YouTube channel. Goodbye. But there's a lot of these courses on the market where like people will like little like for example, there's like Amazon FBA courses that they'll charge you like 12 grand to show you how to do Amazon FBA. And then like if you get on the phone and like you're like even like 30% of the way like uncertain, like they'll just like manipulate you and like what's it called, mindset shift you into buying their Amazon FBA course, and then like now you're down 12 grand and like you're not gonna make any money from that because you weren't even sure in the first place. So it's like do research first, and then when you do know something's the right thing, even if you're a little bit nervous, if it's the right thing, go and attack and go jump into it. Hesitating and waiting does not necessarily make something more safe. It just slows down your ability to really go and make things work. Because business is a lot about timing, right? Business is a lot about timing. Oftentimes, we have like this innate kind of ability to know when is the right time to start something. But if we allow fear to kind of take us out of that zone and out of that place, by the time that our fear subsides and we go back into it, generally the time is too late. Okay. I know that sounds weird. It's like, wait, but Bryce, if I can know when to start intuitively, why would I not know the time to restart or get back in the game? It's because it's different because at first it was probably from a higher power, whether you believe in God, whether you believe in the universe, whether you believe in your intuition, there was some kind of higher power that initially prompted you to move when fear was not present. But if fear is the thing that stops you from moving, you've basically ignored the call from that higher power. So when you do get back in, it's not that the call from the higher power is now prompting you to go. It's just that there's a lack of that thing that stopped you. So now you're not really even being manipulated or influenced by either one. It's just kind of random. So it's like the first time you hear something, follow that call. Really make sure this is the right thing you want to do, and then listen to the call. Don't listen to fear. Next thing is confidence is a lot better than perfection. Okay. Clients want consistency, not perfection. Now, confidence makes people trust you more, and perfectionism leads to procrastination. right? So one thing that I want to make clear too is confident does not mean that you 100% feel confident. It means that you know you can figure things out. You're showing up and present. Even though you might feel fear, you learn how to control your energy to be in a state of neutrality. Neutrality, right? So therefore, there's nothing that's stopping a person from working with you, right? So like if you don't have that nervousness or you don't have that sabotage behavior, the only thing left to do is for them to be like, okay, cool, I feel like this is a person that's going. Because a lot of business owners are very intuitive, right? So they're kind of like listening and looking for the right person to work with. And part of business is learning to trust your intuition. So if you have a lack of confidence or a sabotaging energy or a nervous energy, we can feel that. And now we're like, ooh, I don't know why, what's going on or what's going on here, but this kind of feels like a red flag. So I'm just not gonna like work with this person. But if you don't have that, then like this, now the person can listen to their intuition and they can make a really good choice by working with you, right? So that's the big thing, controlling your energy. Right. So now how does confidence actually impact your growth, right? You can raise your prices without guilt. You can take on better fit clients and your market more boldly and consistently. Okay. So with better fit clients, right? When you can turn down bad fits, it's going to open your life up for more good fit clients. And I know, like, when you don't have confidence, you think you need to take every single person on, but that can actually ruin your business faster than it can grow it. Now, if you're in my program and you're like saying, like, oh, I don't know if I want to take on this client, come talk to me first before you turn down the client, okay? Because there are some like nuances to that. And I've known some people like I had this one lady in my program where like there was a couple of really good clients, but since they were so big, she kind of like like was about to like get off of them just because I'm like, well, no, we can help you with the bookkeeping aspect, right? So it's like if you get a client that's over your current skill level inside of our program, we actually show you how to handle those clients better, and you have other students in the program that you can like subcontract the work out to or share the work with who can do the work for you. So you always have options if you're inside of a program like ours. Cool. And then being able to market more consistently. Like I've had it at times, like when I first got started, like when I didn't know if I could do the work, I wouldn't market. I just like kind of hide out for a minute, right? So everyone is like, no one is immune to this, right? Like don't think, oh, Bryce knows everything. Bryce never faced this stuff that I faced. No, it's not true at all. It's just I learned how to overcome this stuff. And it wasn't necessarily because I just became confident. I had no choice. I just started investing in courses, right? And that lit a fire under my butt because I couldn't just, let's say if a course was like $8,000, I couldn't just lose $8,000 by not trying. I had to kind of make things work. That's one reason why people buy programs because now you have a fire under your butt and you got to make things work or else, you just lose that money. Which again, if you're paycheck to paycheck, it doesn't make sense for you to be in that position, like because then now you're negative every month. If you have money and you have some space, I would invest in programs. If you don't have a lot of money or have $0, don't invest in programs. Not until you have a little bit of cushion. Cool. So signs that you might be hiding behind certifications. If you ever say, I just need one more course before I launch. Number two, you don't promote yourself until everything is perfect. Or number three, you keep learning instead of doing. Now, the problem with this is that all these feel very logical. I I don't have enough, so I can't launch. It doesn't look perfect. I don't have the perfect name or the right logo. No one's gonna take me seriously. So why would I start telling people no one's gonna take me seriously? Or if I keep learning this thing, I can't get started because if I don't learn this thing or if I don't know enough, then I'm never gonna be able to get clients. So what's the point of starting? Like they all sound very logical in our hearts. But in order for us to change our life, we have to push past it. So, what should you do instead? Pick one core service and start offering it now. So, if you only want to do cleanup, start doing that. If you only want to do invoicing, do that. If you only want to do just basic transactional bookkeeping, just do that. Next thing, I would start using client results and not letters or credentials for your credibility. Now, if you don't have clients, you can do a couple things. You can do one or two small products for a client or for a free person and do it. I would not do the entire bookkeeping for 5 or 6 months or a year for free, but you can always give people a discount for working with you in the beginning to go get it. Or if you have a family business or your uncle or your aunt owns a small business, go do their books for free and then just get some confidence by doing that and saying that you're good. Okay. Now, keep in mind, I would not do like strange, like people you don't know, strangers. I would not do their books for free. But if it's just a family member, and it's just like just quick, and it's just like it takes you 5 minutes. Now you can say you have a client, and inside you like see what it's like. That's good enough to a certain degree. And how to keep building confidence. Small wins. Take action daily. Put your confidence and put your success inside of the small actions. Oh, I just reached out to a business owner. That's a success. Let me go celebrate. Oh, I just went to a networking event. That's a success. Let's go celebrate. Oh, I just booked a consultation call with the person. That's a win. Let's celebrate. Just celebrate every little thing that you do, right? That's how you start building that confidence because now you're a winner. Doesn't matter what the level of the win is. You don't have to, like, a person that wins the Grand Prix racing track, right? We'll say for Formula One racing. The first time they win is not at the giant Grand Prix end of the year tournament. They've won all their life. They won the Little League go-kart racing. They they got their driver's license probably 5 years early. They started driving in this other track. Then they started doing amateur racing. They started winning those. Then they won a bunch of amateur racing. Then they got so many amateur wins, they had to go to professional wins. They started doing professional small circuits and they started winning, right? So every small win built up to the big win. But I know a lot of people, the only way they're happy is if I didn't make 10K per month yet. It's like, bro, there's so much stuff that has to go on along the way to get to 10K per month. And if you're only happy when you get to 10K per month, you're going to quit way before that. So find the small stuff. Ask for testimonials is next, right? Just keep asking for testimonials, even if it's like small work or if it's not a big project or even if it's a free project you're doing for someone. It doesn't matter. And then every single week, take a reflection form and say, what did I do this week that was good? And then just keep track of that. Also, if there was stuff you did bad, just keep track of that and just don't do the bad stuff anymore. Now, when do certifications actually make sense? Okay. There are times when it does make sense. If you're switching to a new niche or a software, you can get a certification, right? If it's a new software, it doesn't really hurt, right? Also, when it directly supports client needs. So if you need to go and let's say you need to go and get like an HR certification because you're also adding like HR services. Okay, maybe. Or if it's required for like compliance slash legal reasons. Let's say that you want to do taxes, okay? So you probably need to go get your tax number, right? Let's say you to go and like represent a client for in front of the IRS. Okay, you probably need to get either an enrolled agent or a CPA, right? So it's like there's certain times when it does make sense, but if it's just for the same service where there's no legality or no clear reason for you to have it, just do what you're doing. Okay. Now, one thing you can do if you want some further help in this video is maybe watch my video on imposter syndrome next, right? And that'll probably help you out a little bit more as well, right? Because I know oftentimes with lack of confidence comes imposter syndrome as well. So that can definitely help you get over that as well. And if you want some help growing your business, but maybe you've been trying for a while, it's just not quite going the way you want, or you're new to this potential business and you're like, man, I know there's so much stuff that's like kind of standing in my way, but I want to be successful. If that's you, go ahead and click the link inside the description, either above or below this video. Probably if you're watching on YouTube, it's going to be below this video. It's going to be inside the description, right? So we'll have like different words and stuff. You can click on view more and then book the call to see if I can help you reach your goals. Okay. You don't have to take a long time to reach your goals. Like, it shouldn't take you 2, 3, 4 years to get to 10K per month. You can do that in 6 months to a year if you do the right things and if you're like, putting the right foot in front of the other. Okay. So if that's you, I'd love to see you on the call. I'd love to see if I can help you out. Okay. Awesome. And then final thoughts. Certifications do not replace courage. Confidence is a shortcut that most people avoid. Okay. You got this. I believe in you. That's why I make these videos for you for free. Okay. I'll talk to you soon. Have a good rest of your day. Take it easy.